Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the doubleclutch.ca podcast. I'm your host, Nick, managing editor of doubleclutch.ca magazine, and I'm joined in studio by our semi-regular crew. Imran's out this week, but we got Rush and Nathan in the studio. Nathan, why don't you tell us about what's in the garage this week?
We got a pretty thin garage this week. It's more quality over quantity. Today we're going to be talking mostly about the Mazda Miata and the Porsche Boxster Style Edition.
Ooh, how stylish.
It comes with extra style.
Oh.
It fucking better for $100,000. Holy shit.
That's not cheap. Jesus.
No. Anyway, so I've got the Miata. Again, thanks for that, Nick. I appreciate it.
And I'm in the Boxster.
I got nothing.
Okay, well, I guess let's start with the Miata.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you guys? Rush, you don't historically adore these things, so what do you think? You're
Because
kind of
Rush
like
has bad taste.
It's a possibility.
You're kind of still coming around to these things.
I think I am. I think it's because I was pretty spoiled with my first couple cars having like big burly V8s. And like you kind of like you become accustomed to like
Power.
that's it,
For
right?
bad.
And it's like this Miata actually has quite a bit of power, 181 horsepower in this one. What is it only in this one, or is that all?
So they're all
Yeah.
same motor, like the 2-liter 4-popper. That's like it's basically like a modified Sky Active engine.
Yeah.
That revs out to like 7 and change thousand RPMs, so it's more like lively and fun and shit. And
Yeah.
sounds really. If you notice, like if you're sitting in neutral and like you give it a quick stab, you can hear the throttle opening. Like you can hear the intake
Yeah.
crack open and hiss. Like,
Yeah.
They, like,
It's got a lot of like nice mechanical noises. Speaking of mechanical, like the shift action on it is pretty
Oh my god. It's
pretty
the
glorious.
best
awesome. Yeah, honestly, like
shifter ever.
I know we love BMWs around here, but
They do not do good shifters.
No.
They never have. I like them. I love the cars. They've never done good shifters.
and it's like something about the way that this thing feels very precise and like innately like
It just feels organic.
Comfortable? Yeah, yeah.
Everything, like every driver input, everything the driver interfaces with is so natural and organic and easy.
yeah
Is that like everything is
That's
light
huge.
and easy to pick up.
yeah
Like it'd be it's like playing like a Mario game where there's like an incredibly low skill floor that anyone can get in and enjoy it, but a very
Yeah.
high skill ceiling to be appreciated.
Yeah.
yes absolutely. I think the Miata is also, I don't know. For a long time, I didn't love the idea of Miatas because I thought they were just like slow, boring, whatever, like convertibles. But now, I think the biggest thing that's like turned me around on them is like maybe it's the other stuff that we drive, right? It's like in the world of cars nowadays, it's like what else does? I think you brought this up before, Nathan. It's like what else does the Miata things as well as a Miata? And like I just can't think of anything else that truthfully does it, right?
Like
So-
kind of nothing.
So my shitpost take last week on the McLaren Artura is that it's legitimately engaging. It makes you feel things, and it's red. You know what else is red? Legitimately engaging. It makes you feel things. A fucking Miata.
yeah.
It's basically a $300,000 mid-engine Miata.
That's 1,000 pounds heavier.
Funny enough, we also have a $100,000 mid-engined Miata in a way.
No.
No,
Nick, I'll let you pick
What?
this one up.
That's it. Here we go.
No, okay. So here's the thing. Both the Miata and the Boxster have very similar mission statements. They're supposed to be pure, relatively pure, relatively simple, but still lightweight, engaging, rear-wheel drive roadsters. The problem with this scenario is that the Miata does almost everything the Boxster can do, with one caveat, at a very significant price difference.
Yeah. Substantial.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the Boxster's a much nicer car.
It does. And when you treat it like a regular car, it's not as
Punishing, I think.
punishing.
Yeah, like it's softer, it's nicer materials, it has more like the niceties we like a heated steering wheel and CarPlay and all that.
It is more Porsche.
stuff. It's a Porsche. It's a luxury product, and
Right.
it feels like
It
one.
does feel
Yeah.
like one. Actually, like
Yeah.
it does feel, put together really nicely, and
Yeah.
it is a nice car. But
it feels
it's-
appreciably nicer than a $40,000 Miata.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
let's backpedal. Like if in any other week, like we would be gushing about this.
Absolutely.
Because it's fucking very good and does all the things you want a car to do.
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
absolutely stellar. But
Yeah.
when put next to the Miata. Especially like this ND2, which is
Yeah.
just so perfect. Like I've been going on about this car all week. Nothing does what this car does, like this car, including past Miatas. I think it's already a classic. It's not even done being built, and it's already
Yeah.
a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the interesting thing about the Boxster though is like, it's okay. So what does a base Boxster cost?
Maybe it's like 80.
Oh, it's a,
I think it's like
is it still Boxster? Hang on, or is it
718?
718?
But it says
Boxster.
Boxster. It says the word Boxster on the back of the car.
And it does say so it is a Boxster.
yeah,
It is a Boxster.
A base zero options Boxster will run you about 85-ish, like a hair under $85,000 to start.
And what does a base Miata cost you?
The 36.
Just over 30.
Okay, so like
Yeah, like 32, 33.
oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So,
But to get
so
to like a real good Miata like ours, you're at 40.
it's like four,
So
so
40.
so it's roughly, call it like half a Boxster in terms of value.
But like the same level of driver experience.
Okay.
I would argue slightly more engagement.
I would-
Engagement,
Miata.
right?
I-
But is engagement like okay? Like, obviously, no one is cross shopping a Miata and a Boxster. I don't think
Nobody
No.
on earth
No, no,
is
no.
Because, like,
shopping
they-
these two cars
it's a very different. Even though like the offer,
Asterisk on the new market.
on the new market.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We can get into that later.
Yeah.
Like they offer very similar. You know, from the outside, like they offer a very similar
Package.
profile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a compact convertible sports car thing.
But who's going to be cross shopping a 70,000?
No one is.
Or an
Absolutely
8,000?
nobody
Yeah,
is.
exactly. Yeah. So it's like, what does the Boxster give you that the Miata doesn't? I think that's like the biggest thing, right? It's like comfort and like
Comfort, more
brand prestige.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's a vastly nicer car, but like I don't. It's even that's where I get lost because when I had the Miata over Christmas and I was out like shooting at different locations, like I actually, honest to God, had this conversation in a Miata. Guys would come up like, "Yo, that thing is sick. What do you do for a living?"
It does look more expensive than it is, though.
That's
right?
the thing, right?
It's the
because
paint.
because it's got such nice paint, because
Yeah.
it is such like a unique low slung shape, like it looks exotic. And like
It's a
you
great
said,
profile.
It absolutely
Rush,
does.
when we were talking about this off mic a couple days ago, like it represents freedom. It's the ability
Yeah.
to have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
toy
yeah.
car
That's
like
exactly
that.
it, yeah.
It's such
Yeah.
a hard flex over everyone else bombing around in crossovers.
Yep. I definitely think so.
Yeah. Just be like, no, I value driving fun.
Mhm.
That's it. I don't need my car to do anything else. I want it to do this.
Yeah.
And like that's an interesting flex in and of itself.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know. See, like the Boxster is very good.
it's not a bad car at all.
It's
so,
just yeah.
So the our tester is the Style Edition. So that's new for 2024.
What does a Style Edition get? We were talking about this, but I don't think we ever actually hashed out what a Style Edition is.
It's pretty much a cosmetics package.
Okay.
You can only get it on the base Boxster and base Cayman, and it's all visual / graphics. You get so on our particular Boxster, you get the stripe on the hood. You get the
Okay.
stripes on the doors.
Okay.
You get white wheels,
But
Which
they're
we
not-
don't have.
white GT4 wheels, which we don't have because ours
It's winter, yeah.
ours is on ours is on
Oh, okay. I was gonna say white wheels would really set this whole
Yeah.
package off. They
Yeah.
should really do that.
it's on the winter setup, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I think you got like special floor mats as well.
Oh my god, really?
And
So this is a whole different, like, it's not like a package. It is a package, but like in the way that
technically yes.
like if you go on the configurator, it is a different option of, like, it's a different model almost.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's is it a trim or is it just Boxster and then you go into packages?
It kind
and
of feels like a
Style
trim, right?
Edition?
Like when
I
you're
think it is a
configuring
trim.
it. And like, what do you? So you're just telling me you get a bunch of stickers, like not
you get stickers, whims,
wimps?
white badges, and
Does the paint come with it?
No, the so our
So-
tester is finished in Ruby Star Neo, which is a fantastic color, if I do say so myself.
It doesn't
might-
agree.
might be
it
in
is
the
the
min-
most
I-
cynical shade of lipstick I've ever
You know
seen.
what? We'll get into that later. It's a near $3,000 option.
Oh wow.
And that's kind of what bugs me. Like it's not metallic, it's not a pearlescent paint. Like there's nothing chemically expensive happening there. It's just a unique shade.
But that's Porsche for you. They do shades they
Yeah.
do colors amazingly.
They do
well.
colors amazingly well and make you pay through your fucking nose for them.
You want to be cool. You want to be different. You want to have style. You gotta pay for it, buddy.
No, it's a cynical fucking exercise because no one wanted one when they were on 964s. And so because of that, they're super rare. And now speculator douchebags are bringing a trailer like, yo, this 964 is Ruby Star Nero. It's a very rare, desirable spec. So I think it's worth $580 billion.
But on a 964, Ruby Star looks like
Cool.
tits. Like, it looks awesome.
It looks kind of cool, but it's also kind of like a meme color. And I think Porsche picked up on that meme, just like the 911R, right? They saw people flipping 911Rs for money and were like, yo, let's get some of that money. And they rolled out the GT3 Touring.
I'm just going to say, for the record, Nathan is a cynical bastard.
Yes.
Like, I don't know. I think the fact that you can get a color like that is cool. Like, it's fun.
They already
But here's the
offered
thing.
paint to sample. You could have done it.
But here's the
But
they're
paint
thing.
to sample is more expensive. And for
Of
$3,000,
course it's more expensive.
yeah, paint to sample is like, what, $10K or something like that? $75
Or if you don't particularly care for the stickers
Yeah.
or the white wheels, you can buy a base Boxster for $78,600.
So you said 70,000?
$78,600.
Okay.
Click the little color swatch that says
Special color.
Ruby Star
right?
Neo.
It's a
under
special color, not
colors,
a paint to sample.
for $3,000.
Okay, so you have sort
So
of what
it's-
we have for...
It's like, technically, if you were so motivated, you could get what we have minus all the graphics, the fancy wheels.
I
For
think
much
the white
less.
wheels
The
would
paint.
really make it pop, though, man.
It would.
Yeah.
It would.
And that's what someone decided to put a style edition on it, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't know. I think that the whole style edition thing is like kind of a whatever point. Like, I don't think anyone should buy a style. Hang on. I don't think anyone who is, in the market for a regular Boxster should be. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's really going to be going out and be like, I need the style edition. But, like, it
It's-
might be a cool thing to have, like, when you're already there, right?
It's tough to justify
Yeah.
the existence of this particular style edition because you can get it gives you the same color swatches, color options on a regular Boxster, but at the same time, our tester is about 101,000 as tested.
Yeah. That's
For-
a big ask.
For about 8,000 more, you could theoretically get yourself into a 718 GTS 4.0 with a normally aspirated flat six. And if you were so inclined, you could still get Ruby Star Neo on top of that.
Yeah, but the problem is you can't get into a 4-liter GTS for
That's
100
what-
and you're gonna have
That's
to
why I
get the
qualify
options.
that in
Yeah,
theory.
right?
Yeah,
Like-
you got to get an allocation. You got to have a homie. You got to be willing to buy a whole bunch of extra garbage. Like,
And no dealer's going to sell you a base GTS. Like, they will not
no
do
way.
it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because like the Boxster kind of nails the whole ethos of what a rear-wheel drive roadster should be.
It's really good.
Like it's very communicative. It's very engaging.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
you know
great.
Porsche, right? It's
That's
like
a sweet engine.
if they're going to do that,
Yeah.
they would just put a Boxster T, like strip all the crap out of it and charge you more money for it. Which is why you can't get like the base one. I think that's
Yeah.
that's the whole point. It's like they want you to load it up full of stuff because they want it to feel premium and feel like a Porsche.
But I don't want any options.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy
Yeah,
to me.
you can't have anybody like bitching about spending 150 grand on a car that doesn't have adaptive cruise.
Yeah, like I think like comfort access and stuff like that is still like
Yeah, it's part of the
still
premium
an
package.
option.
Yeah.
Like what? What?
But like, they're not having any trouble moving these
No,
cars.
no.
Actually, hold on, pause. I wanted to bring this up. I mentioned this a couple times this week, and I don't recall where this actually went. I remember hearing, and for the love of God, please correct me if I'm wrong, that Porsche is having a hard time moving these 4-cylinder Boxsters.
I've heard the same thing.
Doesn't surprise me.
I haven't seen many of them as well. It's weird. You see like a lot of like big money Porsches around,
Lots, like
but
Yeah.
like
the
not many
base ones,
No.
not so much. And like the Boxsters used to be everywhere,
Yeah.
and now you don't see them. You still see old ones. You don't
Yeah.
really see new ones.
You know, that's actually a good point. Maybe I don't know. That's actually a really good point.
I know. That's why I made it. I'm actually super clever, like sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the 4-cylinders? This is my first time driving like this Porsche
Yeah.
with this engine.
Well, Nick thinks it sounds like a Subaru.
Dude, the first thing I
It
said to
does sound
myself
like a
when I started up, so I got in, started up, and I was like, holy shit, this thing sounds like a fucking Subaru. I hear, so obviously it being turbocharged, it kind of
Kinda
muffles
Muffles it, yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
It muffles it a little bit, but but in the low to mid rev range, when I'm rigging it out, I hear BRZ.
I sort of like I tried really hard not to hear it, but
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But is it a bad noise? Like, no, I think it sounds decent.
I think it sounds good, but there is that similarity. I think it sounds really good outside the car. Like when you and I
yes.
were, so Nick, when you and I were
Yeah.
playing with it today, like they did a very good job of tuning in like a really bassy mechanical throbbing that's actually reminiscent of the 356 I drove a little while ago.
Yeah.
It's just that like that kind of lumpy, punchy like note that actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
And then as you get going, like, oh, that's a Subaru Boxer.
Yeah. So I can't unhear the Subaru-ness in it, but at the same time, it is pretty cool when you're ringing it out, radio off, and you have like all that noise coming from behind you.
Yeah.
With the top up, mind you, it's actually really cool hearing like the intake breathe, hearing the turbo spool up and the blow off valve going off, like
Yeah, it's cool to hear all those like
you.
mechanical noises.
It's
still,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, but so many of them are fake too. Like it does like the crackles and burbles and the farts between shifts, and like I'm so over it. I got no time for it, especially driving as something so authentic as the Miata that has no time
Yeah.
for that. That doesn't do that shit and doesn't need to do that
Yeah,
shit.
but like that's the thing.
It just sounds good. They just tuned it right.
Yeah, Miata sounds all right. Like it's not like a good sounding
No,
car.
it's not like super sexy, but like for a 2-liter fork popper, it sounds pretty fucking good.
It does the
Yeah.
mechanical sounds well. Like it does the
Yeah.
induction noise and everything. I know what you're talking about. Like
Yeah.
it's not an exhaust noise. It's not like a head turner. But
Yeah.
like when you're in it and ringing it out,
Yeah,
Miata,
it sounds right.
it does. It does sound right.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. And I'd have to agree with you on that fact that the Boxster is a little fake. Not fake.
It's
like
not
augmented
outrageous.
a little. Like
Yeah, it's just a little
Yeah.
bumped up.
exactly.
Yeah. And you gotta change the mode. I'm gonna put it in Sport Plus mode for more crackles and pops and sharper throttle response. Why isn't it just set right in the first place? I hate modes.
The Miata-
I hate
yeah, the
driving
Miata
modes
does-
without
doesn't have any
burning
modes.
passion.
Miata does
Nope.
have no modes.
So you can actually choose your mode with this. There's a stick in the middle, and you can use that with the skinny pedal on the right side of the footwell to choose your drive mode.
right side, left side.
Well, both, but like more the right side.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Novel concept.
and I actually really like this. Older cars used to do that.
I
Like-
don't recall.
I didn't.
No, it's actually true. I've seen it. I remember reading about it in
You've seen
history
it?
books. Yeah,
You've seen it.
I seen it.
Yeah.
I don't really like the clutch and the clutch take up in the Boxster, but the Miata does feel more natural.
So much more natural.
Yeah, but
But like that,
okay, you
that's
know what?
the thing about.
I'm just gonna roll this back 1 second. Also, this is coming from a guy that owns a Miata and does love them dearly, right? Like,
Okay, I'm less biased.
but
I like German cars
yeah,
a lot, and I've had a pile of them.
and I do think that not that I've really driven. Actually, well, I haven't driven the Boxster, but I think that the Miata, it does have a good clutch.
Lovely.
Yeah, like
it's just short and light and
again,
sweet
like
and-
as we've said, like the Miata is a very good, like, touchy feely car. You know what I mean? Like all of the action on it, it's like okay, this
Excellent.
is yeah,
it just
Yeah.
it feels so natural.
it does.
like tens across the board for like
Yeah.
everything driver centric.
Mm,
Tens.
Tens,
12s.
really?
I don't know about 12s, man. 10s.
12s for sure.
It is stock. I don't know.
I do prefer the shifter in the Miata more than the Boxster, which
The
kind of
Boxster
surprised
shifter
me.
is really fucking good though.
It is.
like,
That's the thing.
really
It's
good.
good, but
Yeah.
the problem is that we have the fucking Miata this week.
Yeah.
But for a base Boxster, for it to be like that good, I think the positioning of the Boxster shifter, like being reminiscent of like the Carrera GT, like the way that
Yeah,
it's
where
like
it's nice and
higher.
high
I
up,
do like
console,
that.
yeah.
Like I think that
Yeah.
the idea of it is it is really cool, and like it's executed pretty well.
Yeah.
And like
It's-
for being a base Boxster, like it's not even an S, it's not a GT, it's nothing. It's
Yeah,
actually
it is a
really
base model.
surprisingly good. Like
It's excellent. It's a
Right?
really excellent
It's like-
car. Like we all sound like kind of negative on it. That car's fucking terrific.
yeah,
Like
I was
stellar.
always under the impression that, like, you know, in order to, because I could never even conceive of ever affording any sort of Porsche one day, new Porsche rather, I would always default to the S models when I would waste my time on the configurators. But like, honestly, having driven this non-S Boxster, it's
it's kind of eye opening.
honestly that's like
Yeah.
quick / fast enough for like 95% of
It's
customers.
still got like 300 horsepower.
Yeah, like
That's
like
not
is
nothing,
an S gonna
yeah.
like drive appreciably better? Like beyond being faster, is it gonna drive better? Like really?
Maybe.
Like, is it going to steer better and feel better and sound better? Like,
Probably
no,
not.
It'll probably.
it's going to be the exact same shifter mechanism. It's going to be the same-ish final drive.
Yeah.
The motor's going to have a little more snort in it, but it'll be the same motor, just with a boost turned up.
I mean, I'd rather spend my money on options like comfort access, I guess.
Look at Mr. Fancy
Okay.
Pants here. Ooh.
But here's the thing: when you do load that up with all the basic shit that you'd expect these days, like comfort access,
Does the
like
Miata have
adaptive
comfort
cruise
access?
it does.
It does.
But at the same time, so does this other convertible that we completely forgot about, the BMW Z4.
Who forgot about it?
Oh yeah, Nathan has not forgot about it.
I've not forgotten about that car.
He still dreams of it.
That
Sometimes
car's
I can hear him taking a nap in the office.
okay.
All I hear is Z4. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He definitely he's made it quite apparent that he adores the Z4.
I swear I came to the office one day. Remember that Seinfeld episode where Kramer's protesting Kenny Rogers' chicken?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I came to the office one day with like I want a Z4 banner right across the office.
Absolutely.
Same
Yep.
Z4.
Okay, so
Z4.
now
So this is where
the third
okay,
player's entered.
Hold on.
Yes.
So let's not get into that just yet. So
Okay.
this enters the biggest problem with the Boxster, right? Like everything we've said about this car, and like I've tried to circle back and say this car is very fucking good. Please make more of them.
Absolutely.
But there's an enormous butt hanging off it, being that it's $100,000 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Which is kind of not nothing.
Substantial. Yeah.
Like the Z4 that I had, which had God's motor. B58 6-cylinder, baby, and the ZF8, and was a nicer daily, and faster, and had more power, and had nicer infotainment, and had better seats, and had more cargo space, and had a better insulated soft top.
Wait. It had a bigger trunk?
Yes, and it was $15,000 fewer dollars. Like
That's also not nothing.
What the fuck? How do they do it? Like, just banger after banger after banger. They don't fucking
Another one.
miss.
Yeah, exactly. So between the Boxster and the Z4, I'd take the Z4.
Fucking no contest.
That's
not even
fucking
a little
wild.
contest.
Yeah.
And now, the Z4 is available with, Nick, finish this off for me,
A 6-speed manual.
which is probably coming to the press fleet this year. And
Probably.
you have very thoughtfully did for yourself.
Might.
Dick.
So it. Fuck you.
Okay, I was thinking about this in the Boxster because I was thinking, like, this isn't a ton better. Okay, I would say, like, handling, like, touchy-feeliness at, like, 10/10ths. The Boxster's a little more engaging. Probably handles a little better. I don't think it's $15,000 better. And especially given that the Z4 is faster and sounds better
Yeah.
and is a way better daily.
For
And also is in a cool retro color.
yeah.
Yeah, was it
Yeah.
Technopilot?
Thunder Knight.
Thunder Knight.
Thunder Knight, they call it. Thunder Knight Metallic. Oh, somebody got the hiccup.
I do have hiccups.
Wah, wah, wah.
Anyways,
This is the fucking worst, dude. I'm sorry.
oh man.
We're going to take a little break. We'll come right back,
Yeah.
guys.
And we are back. I am happy to report that Rush no longer has the hiccups.
I'm cured.
Oh, miracle. Okay, so what the hell were we talking about? Because it feels like an eternity for us, but for you guys listening, it's been like a literal
Guys, it's been
second.
7 minutes. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We're
talking
talking
about-
about the stick. No,
No,
Z4
Z4
with
with
the
the
stick.
stick.
Yeah.
Same, but different.
Little Freudian slip
Kind
there.
of. Yeah, I mean, the Z4 with the stick is basically going to be a top-down Supra.
Which is pretty awesome because we all
Yeah.
love the Supra.
And we all love the Z4.
We all really like the Z4.
I think, okay, here's where I struggle with the Z4.
Okay.
Not struggle. Here's where I struggle with the Supra. Like, we were talking about this off mic. The Supra's considerably more affordable than the Z4.
Yeah.
Like I think, from what I recall, and I could be wrong on this, a 6-cylinder Manuel Supra is like
Yeah.
low 70s. Whereas like...
Roughly, yeah.
Really?
Roughly, yes. Whereas like a Z4 with the same engine is like, I think 82 to start and like
Yeah.
88 for the one I had.
Yeah.
So like a meaningful price delta. But for that price delta, you get a car that I think rides better, has far more cargo space, is way more usable, and is a convertible.
Yeah.
Like, these are all not nothing things.
Yeah. And I really like the Z4. I don't know. I think over the Supra, like, it offers, like... Okay, the Supra everyone loves because it is a Supra. But the Z4... Like, it's a little special in the way that you don't really see that many of them. Like,
Yeah.
it's not bad looking. It's, like... It's one of those BMWs that, like, they haven't messed up yet.
Mm-hmm.
No
Like,
big
yeah,
sniff?
it's a very new design that still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern, but not out there.
Yeah.
Which, like, BMW hasn't had the best luck with recently. But
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Like,
Okay, so they do miss.
Yeah.
A little bit sometimes.
Well, no, because it will all come around to in 10 years and be like, oh my god, what were we thinking? This thing is freaking amazing.
I don't think we're going to come around to the big sniff.
That's what people said about the E60 M5.
Yeah, but, like, I didn't have the big sniff.
It had the big butt, though. Butts.
Bangle
It
butt.
had the bangle butt, but, like...
Did it? I actually don't think
No,
that's
the
bangle.
E60 didn't have the bangly butt.
It did, but, like, it was BMW's bangle butt. It wasn't bangle butt.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
you,
the first
you
7
guys
had
are
the
being
bangle butt.
incredibly pedantic
Okay,
right now.
you're right. Anyway,
Regardless.
okay, so hold on. So we were talking about this off mic. So, like, the debate is, like, I think we all kind of agreed. Nick, I don't think you drove it, but I think we kind of agreed, like, we'd probably have a Z4 over a Boxster.
I think so. But
Yeah.
he didn't drive it, so, like, he doesn't know how good it is.
He hasn't seen the light yet.
Yeah.
No.
He'll come around.
I mean,
to
like,
it.
but like having sampled the B58 and ZF8 combo in other
Other cars.
products,
Like the 340i I had last
yeah,
year.
So imagine
it's
that.
a stellar combination.
Just like-
in a convertible, fuck
down.
In a
Yeah,
convertible
exactly.
with, like, rear drive.
Yeah.
No X-drive.
Yeah.
None of that ridiculousness to slow things down or get in the way.
It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Yeah.
and yeah, I fully agree. That's the biggest problem the Boxster will face is the fact that the Z4 will now get a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it won't get a Porsche badge. And that means a lot of things to a lot of people.
It's not just a BMW badge. That means a lot of things to a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
But, like,
but not as much, arguably, as a Porsche badge.
right, exactly.
There's a reason why Porsche can charge what they do for what they do for their cars, and
People will happily
people
pay it.
still happily pay it,
Yeah.
and will squabble with each other over them and like fight for allocations and stupid bullshit,
Yeah.
just so they can say I have a Porsche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't personally. Like, I wasn't moved enough by this Boxster to say, like, yeah, I think it's worth
Yeah.
it, especially over what else you can get.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like for the as tested price of our Boxster press car, like,
Yeah.
dude, that like the ND is 45-ish as tested.
It's like 41. It's like 45 out the door.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
A GSP is like
Yeah.
37, 38. The Sport Pack is $4,000.
Okay, so
Oh.
let's play a game.
Yeah.
Two-car solution.
Well,
the
here's the thing, 'cause-
ND2
yeah.
is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
For the same price
As the Boxster.
as our Boxster Style Edition tester, what would you get? 60 grand, mind you, buys. Well, okay, so 41 before
Let's
fees
say
and taxes.
42.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, call it 42. So
And a $1.08.
50. No. Ours is like 101 as tested. So call it.
Why don't we just make the
Call it
numbers
100.
easy? Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you
Well,
have
see,
45.
45 and
But 45 was out the door.
Yeah. Let's play
108
X.
is not out the door. Or sorry, 101 is not out the door, is it?
no, it's like 104.5 out the door with destination.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just say 40. Roughly 40.
40 and 100,
Yeah.
right?
So 60 grand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
what are
what-
you getting for 60?
So hold on. The challenge is we have the Miata and something else, or just
Miata-
any two-car solution.
Miata and something else.
Okay.
Two-car solution. 60 grand left over. Go.
Okay.
Does it have to be a new car?
No. That's the thing, because you have the power to buy whatever the hell you want.
That's true.
And that's the huge thing is, if you want a Porsche badge, and also the fun Miata, just get an old 911 and a fucking Miata.
Yeah, but then you have two sports cars.
Can you get an older 911 for?
Oh, absolutely.
Like an
you
old
can
one.
get an
but-
SC. Absolutely, any day of the week.
I don't know, man. Find a good air-cooled 911 is for 60 grand. Then
Define
Canadian
good.
pesos
That's
is going to be
tough.
challenging,
Define
dude.
good. Define good.
You can get into like a 996 easily, very
Yeah,
comfortably.
you can get into.
Like a nice C4S.
You can comfortably get into a 997.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
An early 997.
Here's what it is. So to me, the difference between the Boxster and the Miata is the Miata drives a little more hardcore. It is a little bit less comfortable, but it is the better driver.
Yeah.
And it does not come with a brand prestige, unfortunately. Like Mazda is a great brand that makes great things, but they are not Porsche.
I don't think you have to qualify that.
Yeah.
Like the Porsche does, they carry some serious cachet with
No,
it.
I mean like thinking about it like logically in my head. So what are you missing out when you get the Miata and not the Boxster? It's just like
Heated steering wheel. That's the only
Like,
feature that's
absolutely.
missing.
no.
off
I
the
mean like
Boxster.
in your
Yeah.
life in general, like you're missing out on a little bit of flex. Like a
Also, hit
Porsche.
steering wheel.
Yeah, and it's a flex that I kind of don't want anymore. Like
Okay,
I'm
no.
fucking over
Aside
it.
you being cynical, like we'll cut that shit out. But like what I'm saying is like
Nah, shut the fuck up.
yeah, what I'm saying is like what do you get to fill the void is what I'm kind of getting at.
You get a nice luxury car.
Yeah.
That's a possibility, right?
That's
So
the
it's like,
thing, right? So you already have your driver's weapon. Now get a boat.
Yep.
ooh, for 60 grand, you
Yeah,
can get a
you
lot
can
of
get a
good
nice
boat.
boat
You
for
can get a
60
big
grand.
boat. You can get a
I
boaty
saw
boat.
A 2014 Alpina V7.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
All of a sudden, we're cooking
And
with
it
gas
has
now.
cool paint,
Yeah.
and it's prestigious and
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
Do you see
It's got the
Alpina?
Alpine.
Okay.
It's like that's the coolest thing
The
of all.
Alpine,
Oh, you haven't even heard of the Alpine, have you? Let
Yeah.
me tell you now.
Yo, okay, that's me. Sorry, Nathan, you're up.
I don't know, like an old Roadmaster, an old Buick Roadmaster
But no, that's not 60 fucking grand.
with a big blower on it.
okay.
Yeah, built to the tits.
No, I don't know. I can't. I'd probably get like. Shit, I don't know. 60 grand. You could buy a Bentley for 60,000
You
fucking
could.
dollars. Like. You get to like a serious luxury car for 60 grand. Assuming we're not trying to pocket money, in which
Okay.
case I actually would just do like an old Cadillac.
Nick, why don't we let Nathan think for a little bit?
No, let me think for a little bit.
Oh my god.
Okay, well let's both brainstorm here. So like
Okay.
you could get into a Bentley. You can get into an older
Okay.
real Bentley, not a Volkswagen Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
You could get into.
You have so many opinions.
I have dozens.
Okay.
You can get
this,
into a really nice S class
This-
of any vintage.
this theoretical second car needs to have 8 cylinders for me.
Okay, that's right. So you can get into an S class of any vintage.
I don't like Mercedes though that much.
Older
Get
ones
into
are
an older
pretty-
BMW.
They're pretty juicy though.
But you already did the BMW.
You know what? I think. Oh man, I was gonna say I have that S500 we had a while ago, but like
Oh, that's true. But that's like
That's
20
still
grand. That's
way
like
short.
way under
I don't know
budget.
how to spend that kind of money on a used car that's not a sports car. That's sick.
Or just get something like. Could you get a companion piece to the Miata? Like,
You know what? A Range Rover.
yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can tow your Miata, like, cool things to it. Take it to the track or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Range Rover.
Okay, fuck.
A Range Rover.
No, I have to think of something.
Range Rovers
Jesus.
are nice. I like
Yeah,
Range Rovers.
They're very nice.
Yeah,
When they work.
it's probably fine. They're BMW engines. I get one with the BMW engine. They're probably fine.
yeah,
Or the 5-liter. It's a Ford motor. They're probably fine.
yeah. At least those things you can fix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nicholas.
My gut. Fuck. Okay.
Dude, you can't top a Range Rover.
You guys are
They're
gonna
nice cars.
shit on me for this.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
It's turn time.
Yeah.
Is it a Cadillac car?
No.
CT6 was really nice. Actually, you get a CT6.
I don't
You
think
probably
you get
get
a-
you could probably get into like a used CT6 Blackwing for 60 grand.
For
'Cause they-
60?
60? Are you high?
I don't know. They only made them for like what, like 3 weeks, and then decided to can the whole
That's the
project.
thing.
And
My
they went,
Corvette is best Corvette. It's going to be the same people, man. My Corvette is built on a Friday.
or just like 4 dipshits who have no idea what the fuck they have. I don't know. Maybe. I'm just spitballing. There's no used ones on the market that I can compare to right now.
Nick?
It's probably impossible to find a Lexus GSF for like 60 grand, isn't it?
That's also a bad car. You don't want that.
No, man. A GSF.
Normally
that's
ask for a
that's
V8.
legit.
Come on,
Hold
dude.
up. No, that's a good answer. That's a
That is a
legit
good
fucking
answer.
answer. Yeah.
But I don't think you can get one for like 60.
No, I think they're way too rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, GSF
like,
is
like cheapest I have for
Tricky.
ISF, though.
You do an ISF.
You could do an
you can get a
ISF.
very juicy ISF for 60 and have money to spare on tires.
You'll need lots of them.
Absolutely. Also, maybe like a slightly newer-ish Charger with a 6.4 Hemi.
A Charger. You're a goon.
Hold on. That's a good. No, because they're
Dude.
good dailies.
Oh, no. That's a great answer.
And
It's
they're
a good
sick.
daily.
No, I'm sad I didn't think of that, but, like,
Good daily.
that is actually a really good
Like
answer.
a
great
2016,
answer.
2018
Yeah.
SRT
I just did not expect that out
392
of you.
8-speed auto. Dude, I fucking
They're
love those
fucking
No, I
things.
know, I know you do.
That's a fantastic answer. I was like,
Bravo.
you know, a 300C would be a good one too.
Wait,
Then
how
I
much
can
was
have.
that?
Okay, the one I had was like 78. So like,
Yeah.
and like it's not going to depreciate because they only made 2,000, so not gonna happen.
Yeah.
But
Like,
like
an
it's
older
close.
SRT8?
Yeah,
Those
but
ain't good.
no, they're not.
Are they?
I don't think
so.
you get the newer
can't-
body, the new
can't-
Gen 300 with the 6.4.
No, you can't.
You,
You can only get
can
it
with
in the 300C.
You could get the 5.7,
And I don't want
with
that.
the
That's-
ZF8.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's why I don't want like
I'd
a.
rather have a Range Rover.
With the ZF8? Yeah, no.
See that's the thing about it, about a slightly newish Charger 392. Normally, as for a V8, has the good Hemi, and it has a ZF8.
Isn't that crazy how in all of those choices you can really see ourselves? Like, Nathan chose the really crappy old British car that's going to be so full of character and so Nathan. Like, that is Nathan. Just
They're sick.
so much character, yeah.
Yeah.
I chose a stupid, boring BMW. That's kind of sick.
No, but it's got the Alpine.
yeah,
It is the Alpine.
I don't know.
It has the wheels. The base
Those
wheels.
wheels are so cool.
It's got fucking, 28-inch soft lines on it? Yo.
I get hypnotized every time I look at those wheels.
Yeah, and Nick chose just like a fist of a car.
Fucking like a stamp and send it.
Yeah. Okay, so that and the Miata, like, you actually got, for the price of a Boxster, you
Yeah.
have so much more fun.
I think we're doing pretty all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I really like Range Rovers. Am I a bad person?
No, absolutely not.
They're
I think the
really
Range
nice.
Rovers are. There's a reason they've been around for so long. There's a reason that there's so many of them on the road because they are actually beautiful cars.
Yeah.
They just break horrifically. Like, it's so sad. Like,
Are they that bad though? Like you
The
and I,
newer
you
ones
and I
aren't
have
really.
both seen this. Like they're not.
oh,
that
we have seen
bad.
the worst of Range Rover.
We have
though.
seen the worst, but like they come in for like timing, like whatever. BMWs need that too. Benzes need that
Yeah, but
high
that-
mileage.
that's
Like
not,
you
not
budget like
a
6, 7.
justification.
No, it's $100 and some odd $1,000 vehicle that 10 years later needs like $7,000 worth of work.
What about the one that we needed that needed heads?
No, it just needed head gaskets.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Because it didn't run right, only on cold start. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, come on, dude. Like, what other? Nathan,
what? That's not that. Okay, for the caliber of vehicle you're getting, it's not that bad.
it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad because people buying them now are broke ass, but when they were new, they're fine.
Yeah, but that car was beautiful.
It was. It still is beautiful.
That spec
it
was
drives
also
great.
incredible.
Yeah, it was black on red. Ooh,
Oh my god.
delicious.
So what's
And
your
way less than you have to struggle to spend $60,000 on a Rangey. On that body of Rangey.
Yeah. Well, it's you struggle to spend it on the purchase price, but you would definitely not struggle to spend it on
There we go.
maintenance.
Okay, so you buy like a pretty nice Rangey, you
Spend,
bring
like,
it somewhere,
20K
they'll tell
on a
you like,
Rangey.
yo, this shit is crazy broken.
like? Hey, there's
And
my
then
six-
you fix it, and there you go, $60,000, but you have the most stunning truck. Yeah, you actually need a sway bar link. It's actually an active hydraulic sway bar link. That's going to be $30,000.
Yeah.
And there's your budget.
And you need 6 of them.
It will ruin you. But I feel like you're kind of into that now.
I'm pretty used to that shit.
Like you have like there's a part of you that's like if it doesn't hurt me, it's not for
I
me.
kind of don't want it.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that kind of turns me off about the Miata. And now that I'm getting... Hold on. No, but like, this is why I'm always kind of like...
Because the Miata won't break his heart.
It's reliable. That's why he doesn't want it, because it's reliable.
Yeah, because like every time I'm shopping for a car, it's like, yo, but for the same money, I'd get like a sick BMW. That's way more car.
Oh my god.
I've even like talked to this like my best friend Rob, and it's like, I don't know if you're ready for a Miata yet, man. You'd be too bored. Like,
Oh my god.
what are you gonna do with the Miata? Just drive it and enjoy it? You can't do that. But now, what's happening is I'm getting old, and I'm feeling a tiny bit cramped in the Miata, and my back hurts just a little bit, and I think that might be enough.
Does your back hurt in the Boxster?
No.
Time for a Boxster.
That's the squeeze, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comfort matters, especially for people that can afford either of those cars.
Yeah.
Because the Miata is quote unquote cheaper, but it's still 40 Gs.
40's not a lot, and like...
I know it's not a lot, but like to spend on a fun car.
No, sorry, it's not a lot is what I meant
Yeah.
to
Oh,
say.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
40
Yeah.
is a pretty serious ask for how little car you're getting.
Yeah.
Like for the
Both in
experience,
size
yeah,
and-
yeah, for the experience it offers, like okay, you got a deal. That thing's
Oh,
an
yeah.
easy sell. But when you just step back and look at the brass tacks, what else can I get for $40,000? Like, buddy. Like I see both sides of that, and I've been on both sides of that, and I've always bought a stupid big car, and I've always hated myself for it. And I'm
Secretly loved it.
And I'm kind of thinking maybe it's time to turn a new leaf on that. And
Give him a week. He'll be back to his normal self.
yeah, go back to being sad.
No. He's happy because he's sad.
Oh, that's not how that works.
That's a pretty vicious feedback loop.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna get me out. He's gonna be all right.
Nathan, what else have you been in lately?
Yeah, so over the Christmas break, we didn't have a chance to talk about this on the podcast because we weren't podcasting.
Christmas. It's February. Okay, I'm kidding.
Yo, can you stop?
Okay.
Over the Christmas break, and has now just been published because we are an outlet that has a real publishing schedule, and things don't just get published tomorrow. Thanks, you fucking dinks. Over the Christmas break, I had the privilege of playing with a Rivian R1S. I thought it was pretty good. What else do you guys want to talk about?
How good was it?
Actually, okay, I came away from it very impressed.
Yeah.
Like, actually very impressed.
What was the most impressive thing about it?
It looked like a Defender, but kind of nice.
It is cool looking, eh?
It looks
Yeah.
cool. I thought it drove really well.
Okay.
It's stupid fast. It has actual usable range of 600 kilometers. I can't remember what I wrote.
600K. That's
Roughly.
really impressive.
That's actually really. That's
I can't. It was over 500. Either way, for something that big and that powerful, it was a fucking lot.
was it the quad motor version?
Quad motor, yeah. So
Wow.
like 835 horsepower,
Oh,
900 foot-pounds
wow.
of torque.
Wow.
This thing can boogie. It drives great. It rode on air suspension. Like, it drove like a Land Rover Defender. Like, just trucky enough to remind you that you're in like a truck.
Yeah.
But still nice.
Yeah.
And it had like a similar performative toughness as a Defender with like deliberately blocky designs, exposed
Yeah.
screws, kind of stuff like that. But nice materials to go all around it.
Yeah.
It's a lovely interior. It's a lovely.
It's a nice
It's
interior space.
Lovely looking interior.
They did a decent job, not the best, but a decent job striking a balance between like technology.
Yeah.
Because all EVs have to be technology.
Yeah.
More screens, more shit.
Yeah.
Put more shit on the shit. And it does a pretty good job blending that. There's like a decent amount of physical controls, and like the few
Yeah.
physical controls there are like are context sensitive. So when you're playing with the stocks and like the sliders on the steering wheel, like what you're doing will show up on the screen, and
Okay.
you can like tweak it based on what it is.
Yeah.
They've done a good job with that. The actual screen itself is beautiful. Like their infotainment system is just really pretty. Like, you know, like a just really nice industrial design. It's just nice to look at.
Sure.
They got that down like beautifully. It's stunning.
Nice.
Lots of space, easy to use, comfortable, drive great, fast, excellent range. It's like 135 grand, I think. Like, what the fuck do you want? Like, it was like
That's-
comparably priced with a loaded Defender.
135 is not a lot considering like its
in-
segment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's for what it was.
Relative to like
Yeah.
what's
bad
around.
at all. Like, it was comparable with the V8 Defender, and like given how those things drank, about the same range.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What's a Model X go for these days?
I have no
like a
fucking
dual
idea.
motor.
I don't think anyone's been looking at like out of our outlet. Like
Yeah.
we haven't had a Tesla in a while, and also like on top of that, we don't really care for them in a way that like
Yeah.
it's like they're cool cars and whatever, and they've done a lot in that industry, but it's like been there, done that. It's
Right.
kind of the same recipe over and over again, right?
Right.
yeah.
Well, I
More
guess
screen.
Yeah, yeah.
I get the sense that the R1T is more. It just feels like more of a complete car to a certain extent.
Less tech, more car.
Yeah.
In a way.
Like it actually
Yeah.
values things like quality, fit and
Yeah,
finish.
quality, usability, like how it actually fits into your life, how it drives.
yeah, imagine that, eh?
Yeah, what a novel
Yeah.
concept.
For a brand new car company, I'm actually very surprised that it seemed as well put together as it was.
That's kind of the other thing, is that like these guys are new. Like,
Yeah.
like look at how hard. For as much as we don't love Tesla, they're the first American company to start and mass produce vehicles in 100 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's something to be said for that. It's
Absolutely.
hard to build a car out of nothing.
Yeah.
And Rivian rolls up like, yeah, we could probably do that, and they did.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking good.
I wonder if it's like Tesla kind of like laid the way, or like set the path for it, and
Yeah.
They probably did. Well, no, probably. They definitely did. It's
Yeah.
an EV. It's an American-based EV. They
And, like,
definitely
Rivian-
did.
has like kind of taken that and like tweaked it to the next level where it feels like it is a little bit more polished.
A little more complete.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. and like because it has that like neo tough guy styling, like a Defender, like a G-Wagon, like I think the thing's gonna sell like hotcakes because it looks like $1 million. It has that classic like archetypical bricky toughness to it with like just enough modernity and like the pill LED lights and stuff
Yeah.
that it's gonna hit kind of like the fashion crowd and the like the bro tough guy crowd.
Yeah.
And like just like my dad crowd who just like I think it'll be really good to take camping. It'll be quiet and you can like sleep in the back of it because all the seats fold like totally flat and that's kind of sick.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like it's the same analogy you used for when you had the Defender 110. Like it's a car that appeals to both the like
Can you stop calling me out for recycling my metaphors?
no, it makes sense here because
Yeah.
it's both a car that appeals to the Starbucks crowd and also your dad.
Yeah. That's like it's fashionable and does cool stuff. And it looks great. Like everywhere I went in that thing and like it's just a like kind of off green brick.
Primer grayish
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
And like I got long stares everywhere from everyone.
Yeah.
It's not like it's a Lamborghini, like an outrageous shape that's like, yo, what the
Yeah.
fuck is that? People are just like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
and that was the R1S. Mention the R1T.
Yeah. I think that thing's really
That's
cool
arguably
too.
cooler too.
Yeah, I think they'll move everyone they can sell. From what I've heard, they're already here. They're just waiting on like some government certification or something, and then they can start actually delivering the damn things.
Nice.
From what I have heard on literally some guy on the internet. So
From what I read on the internet. Yeah.
where else do you get information from? We're literally some guy on the internet,
Some guys.
guys.
Yeah.
No, I think we're just one amorphous guy.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of guys in a trench coat. Why is that man 40 feet tall?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And that pretty much takes us to the end of our episode.
You got to end on that?
I mean,
What, we're just 40 dudes? No, sorry, 40 feet of dude.
40 feet of dude in a trench coat. Chilling news.
What are you going to trench
car
coat that long?
news at that
The trench coat store?
The big
The
and
trench
tall,
coat
the big and
store.
tall emporium. The big and tall trench coat emporium. Do you have some bigger and taller?
No, like, really tall.
Okay.
You can end on that.
I think we can.
All right.
Thank you all for tuning in. This episode definitely didn't go the way I thought it would.
It's probably fine.
It's probably fine. If you all choose to follow us on our misadventures, on our automotive misadventures, you can do so at doubleclutch.ca on socials. And while you're at it, why don't you mosey on over to doubleclutch.ca on that mobile device / laptop / computer of yours and check out our new site. It's pretty, it's fast, the pictures are nice and big, and they look good. But I'm kind of biased. I'm supposed to say that.
It looks pretty sick. I'm into it.
Sick, bro. Fellas, thanks for joining.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.